I have a series of questions to ask you about your career.
Hello, my name is Willita Jackson. I work at Hardaway High School and I'm the marketing teacher.
What type of education or training is required for this career?
In order to be a teacher or an instructor, you have to have 4 years of college with an education degree, and that will be a bachelor's of science in any type of course that is offered in a high school, elementary, or middle school.
What led you to this career?
My mother was a teacher, and I like the time off because you have summers off, you start school in August, and then you have Labor Day off, and majority of the other careers you have to work for a full year before you get 2 weeks off of vacation time. So I like the time off, and then working with high schoolers, it keeps me young because they are into different things, and it keeps me knowledgeable of the things that are going on with the current teenagers.
What does a typical day consist of in your field?
Well, when I come to work, first of all, I have to sign in using my phone with a Google form, and then I check my emails to see if I have to cover a class or if I have a meeting or if a parent contacted me or if assignments have been sent. I sit down, I do that, I pull up my computer, I go to Canvas, and I get ready for my first period class. So throughout the day, it's constant checking emails, a lot of management, a lot of communication, and putting out little fires here or there. Not anything wrong, but a student may have a situation where they're sad and you have to manage. You're a teacher, but you're also a counselor, you're also a doctor, you help a lot. So with me, I have a lot of things that the students need, and my door is always revolving. So someone may need, they have holes in their pants. I had to help someone sew their holes up with patch, with fabric, putting patches in, or someone had some other little issues. So the day goes by really fast, but it's busy, and every day is different, even though I have the same classes throughout the day and every day.
What do you enjoy most about your career?
Marketing is very broad. I have 3 different content areas, and I also have a IB homeroom, well, first period class. So it's diverse as far as the things that I teach them. We learn about starting our own business, but we also talk about money management. We learn about the stock market. We learn about self-regulation. We learn about branding, not just branding business, but also branding of yourself. We talk about a variety of different things, and we do international things as well. So it's very open, and the kids seem to like it.
What are some challenges you faced in your role?
Challenges that I have faced in my role. Well, this makes my 6th year at Hardway, and I have been a business ed teacher. I've taught family consumer science, and now I'm in marketing. Middle school was really different from where I was because it was a lot of things that was going on in the class. Well, not in the classroom, but in the buildings. And now that I'm here, it's a lot different. But when you're working with adults sometimes can be like children. So instead of coming to you, they may send an email to your administrator, or they may act funny. Other issues would be children not being honest about what they do in the classroom. So you might have to call home, and you might have to have a parent conference, and then when you have the parent conference, the truth comes out. But other than that, those are really the only issues that I've had.
How do you see your career evolving in the next 10 years?
Well, I won't be here in the next 10 years because I have 8 years till I can retire. But it's changing. Since I was in school, it has changed. When I first started school, computers were not where they are today. When I was in high school, you had a computer lab. It was no internet. Now you have the internet. Now you have the cell phones. People have technology right at their hands. and the kids all have their own devices. That was not a thing. So where will it go? I honestly don't know. We have the smart boards in the classroom. We're about to get updated smart boards that are going to be more like televisions, I think, and it's going to be very, very different. So I think that technology is going to be more advanced. The students are going to be more advanced, but like I said, in 10 years, I won't be here.
What kind of technology do you use in your field?
Well, I have my laptop. I have a Cricut. I have a machine where I can make my own t-shirts in the classroom. We have the smart board. I have a telephone where I can call businesses or parents right then. So technology is very important. Also, in some situations with technology, the students can access Canvas on their phones. So even though their device may not be working, they have their phones. So technology is very important. And a lot of times we might have a power outage because of weather, but you can still always go to the tried and true paper and pencil, and it never goes wrong. So even though it's not technical, it still is technology.
What kind of person is most successful in your field?
A person that's most successful as an educator is someone who's flexible. Being flexible is very important because you never know what the wind will blow your way. We have a fashion show that we're planning, and the auditorium is a hot commodity here at Hardaway. So things take precedent over other things. District may have to use the auditorium. They're preparing for a Black History program. So flexibility, you come into the classroom in a good mood and the student may be in a bad mood. So you have to manage and you have to be able to deal. So flexibility is very important.
What does communication look like in your field?
Communication is very important as well. I have to communicate with my peers. I have to communicate with my students. I have to communicate with my parents. I have to be able to communicate not just verbally but also written as well. So as a matter of fact, today with my advanced class, we worked on emails, sending out appropriate emails, because with these students, texting is something that they're into. So they've created this text lingo that is not professional. So working on professional emails and communication, not just verbal, but also written. And not only that, but body language. Body language is very important too, because you can be in a situation and give off the wrong, I'm gonna say vibes, and that is an important aspect of communication.
What middle school and high school courses would you recommend taking if a student was interested in your career?
They have marketing on the middle school level now, and it is very important to go in an area of your interest. Many times we do not do that, and we go to a class that we think our friends are going to be into, or we think it's going to be fun or easy. But go to the class that you want to learn from, but also what you see yourself doing outside of high school. I think many times the students don't realize that high school is not going to last forever. My second level class, a lot of those students are playful, they're late to class, they've been in ISS, and now they have an opportunity where they can dual enroll or do work-based, but they won't be eligible because of the things that have happened in the past. And I see their body language, and it's, oh my gosh, I should have done this, you know. And now you're at the point where you could do dual enrollment and go to a college and get certification or get early credits, and now you have to sit in school. So being focused, motivated, not being a follower, preparing for your future are the main things that I think are important. Thank you so much, Alexis, Mrs. Williams, for this opportunity. And Richards, make wise choices. when you get ready to go to high school, and make sure that you're prepared for your future, because this is where it starts.